Hey beloved, we're going to come with a short reading today. Broken Mirrors reading from the Oracle card deck, Broken Mirrors. What is it? And so the Broken Mirrors is all about twin flame, soul male and karmic reading. So, it's going to be juicy. What 3 card messages does the collective need to know today? Oh, 3 cards. Come on. 6 cards. Are you serious? God dear. 7 cards. Only 3 cards and 7 cards have popped out. Man, we might need to go into a part 2. I'm really going to try and keep it to a part 1 because my videos are getting longer and longer.com. Okay. Ooh. I think this might be a karmic reading, just from what I'm seeing here, because we've got caught, red-handed, secrets exposed, surprised, shocked, third party energy. So, beloved, if you know that there's a third party involved, time to let go. There's no point in holding on. Whenever somebody brings in a third party into a relationship and they are in a relationship with you, that is your time to exit. Leave the door. Leave through the door. Do not stay. Now, I get it if you've got children, you've got intertwined finances, you've got mortgages, you've got finance payments. I absolutely get it. Speaking from experience, if there is a third party involved and you have not been the one that's brought the third party in, you need to sit down and just think to yourself, right, I need to exit this relationship. However, if you've been the one that's brought the third party in, you need to sit down and reflect and think about why you brought that third party in. No judgment from me, beloved, but you got caught. And I think if you've brought a third party into the relationship, it's kind of giving you need to listen to the silence, the unspoken language in the silence. And it's kind of giving like you need to go your separate ways. Try and do it, in a civil way, cordially. Just try and do it without bringing in any spirituality to try and bind one person up, to try and do death magic on this person, try and do this. Just separate. Just say, do you know what? It's not working. Let's just go about our business, okay? Because, who wants all of this controversy, drama and scandal? Like, controversy, drama, scandal, the truth's coming out. Well, you got caught, babes. So, of course, the drama's going to come out. It needs to come out. It's clearly been bubbling underneath the surface for a while. And that's good, because it needs to be freed, Who cares who did the dirty? The fact of the matter is that you need to now just release each other. And release each other with love. Not with any toxicity. Release each other with love. And the next card that popped out was Unknown Caller, Stalking, Hanging Out, Unknown Numbers. Yeah, it's almost like... The energy that I'm picking up is that it's almost like you're both not going to let go, or one person's not going to let go as easily as the other person. And the other person who walked in on this third party situation is going to be the one that creates a lot of problems. So, Chosen, if you were the one that caught your partner in a third party situation, take the higher ground. Don't create any drama, okay? Let them create the drama, because sooner or eventually they'll burn themselves out. However, if you were the one that got caught in the third party situation, just hold your head up, say, yeah, I did what I did. Angel number 777, as I say this. Yeah, I did what I did. I did it because I just wasn't feeling the love anymore. And yeah, it's an issue for the both of us that we need to address. 444 on the clock. But I need to go off and do my healing. Then that's what you need to do. But one of you, and I'm hoping it's not you, Chosen, is going to get into that energy of dead calling the other person, or, dead calling the the third party, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Because look, clearly this is an energy that's been around you for a long time. So the fact that there's been a third party involved, it seems like it's inevitable that you would eventually have split up anyway. You know, the signs were all there. The signs were all there. You just chose not to. You just chose not to heed them. And because you put too many distractions in your way. There are too many distractions. You almost were trying to put a band-aid over the fact that the relationship wasn't working. So unfortunately, it's inevitable that this would have happened sooner or later. And once you've gotten to a point of where there's a third party involved, that, you know, you're bringing in an extra energy that's going to create a whole heap of drama, unnecessary drama. When you know, if we as adults and as, you know, just came to sort of like ending a relationship in a really kind of like grounded way and took our hearts out of the situation and just said, look, you know, this relationship's not working because we actually don't get on anymore. We used to get on, but we don't get on anymore. And that's okay. We've grown older and we're growing separately. And out of respect for you, I need to let you go with love, not with hate, but with love. But instead, you distract yourself with other temptations. And just keeping yourself busy, which has brought in a third party. And then it's bringing up all this other energy, you know? And this is one thing that I really can stress a person out when an end of a relationship comes, because there's all these other energies that come up out of the breakup, and it's necessary for there to be healing, but it's almost like, how did we even get to this point? You know, like sometimes you just get so deep into it, you're just so deep you can't get out of it, or you're so deep in you can't change something. So there's been some snooping on social media. So it's got here, drive-by stalking social media, psychic tarot readings. So someone's been doing divination readings on you. Just be mindful of that, yeah? Or I think someone's been doing divinations readings on you, just, you know, going to different practitioners and getting readings done on you, and they've brought in somebody who has ultimately messed up the flow of how the relationship would have gone anyway. They've interjected their energy, interjected their magic into it, and it's caused this third party, it's caused drama, it's caused fighting, it's caused stalking, and it's just and the distractions could have been prevented by just, it's easier said than done, I guess, but by talking through it, you know, talking through the energies. And look, the final card that came out is Netflix and chill, sneaking around, friends with benefits, spending time with somebody else. Man. So it's almost like you really don't need to bring in a divination reading, because all the cards on the table just basically saying that you've been cheated on. It's time to move on. You're going to get cheated on. It's time to move on. Yeah? Do you really want all this drama, cussing and fighting up in your energy? Hell no. You don't need a divination reading to know that, you know? Do you know what? This message, I hope that it resonated with you. But if you are picking up on this message, I would walk in the opposite direction. You need to go where you where you feel worthy. And if it means that you have to stay by yourself for a while, then do it. But becoming part of a third party energy is never good energy. It's a karmic relationship. You need to learn the lessons. You need to move on. And you need to close out this karmic cycle.